The greatest proof that Jesus is fully God and fully man is his death and resurrection. Because if we look at his death and resurrection, we can see all the attributes of a human and a spirit, or a God. Let's look at the first way of how he was a human. First of all, he was beaten and bloodied and ultimately died. A spirit can't bleed. A spirit can't die because it's either not alive or it's already dead. It's not possible. It could also not bleed because it's non-corporeal. It doesn't have substance to it. And so it was definitely a human. The other thing that we see from Jesus is that he says, "I thirst," and they handed him a sponge full of vinegar water, and he drank some of it. And so those are just signs that he was human there on the cross. And then the way we can see that he was God was that days before, weeks before this happened, Jesus prophesied that he would die and then 3 days later rise again. And at the time, everyone thought that he was crazy. There's no way that that's possibly what's going to happen. But then 3 days after he died, he rose again. He came back to life. And only a God can prophesy what they're going to do and then do something that no one else expected him to do. And so we can see that he was definitely human because he died, but he was definitely God because he came back to life. And so this whole idea of Jesus was 100% man and 100% God doesn't make sense. But when you look at his story and you look at the story of the eyewitnesses, of the people who saw the things that he did and witnessed them and then decided to write them down and share their stories and tell the good news, they believe that he truly was the Son of God.